So welcome back to the second half. As you can see, what we've done is essentially, I say we, I mean Darren. He's the techno one.
People wanted to be able to see the things more.
And our reaction, and we can talk through it. So.
And I've sort of found a bit to be able to do it with.
So this is what we want you to let us know, what you think of it afterwards, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, so our starter is Fashion Week, obviously.
Yeah.
And this lovely little number, which I personally can't see how you would ever be able to sit down in, is quite wonderful.
Is it actually crockery?
It's actually crockery. It's broken crockery. I can't tell you who the designer is because basically I forgot to
look.
Well, sometimes they have the information and sometimes they haven't.
Yeah.
And sometimes the names I'm sorry, but I just can't pronounce them. I've got no idea.
Yeah.
You know, I struggle at the best times. But yeah, so this is our starter for 10. It's extremely eye-catching.
It is,
and
yeah.
It does, in some ways, it is completely upcycled because it's broken bits of china and whatnot that would otherwise presumably be thrown away.
Yeah.
So, you know, great on the upcycling front. But yeah, not practical, but fabulous.
Yeah.
So we will go with that. Well done to the designer,
yeah.
whoever you are. Right, so what's our next dress that we got?
The next dress is...
Oh, yes.
That one.
I loved the simplicity of this one. I've tried to mix them up a bit.
Was it like moths or
butterflies? I don't know. They, quite simply, most of them are referred to as butterfly dresses when they're like this anyway, so there's not real what's it, but I just like
it's the top bit that makes me think of it, like moth sort of bit.
Yeah. Right, and my third one for this week was actually my favourite out of the three.
Ooh.
It's amazing. The reason the wings are like that is they do attach apparently on the back, but for whatever reason I cannot find the picture where they are on the back. But honestly, I think it might have been I just decided not to screenshot it because or screenshot the picture with it on the back because I don't think it showed up particularly well.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're wearing it and moving on, but when it comes to a mannequin, that was the best way of showing it. I just think it is incredible.
Yeah.
Right, so now we're on to a little bit of factual bits for you. So we have got a steam-powered elevator. Now, this was created in the 1920s, and it's actually at St. Petersburg.
All right.
Didn't get an awful lot of detail on it. I probably could have found more, but I forgot. So, you know, if you want to look it up, by all means. But no, I mean, to my knowledge, it's still working.
Yeah.
But it's like any elevators, isn't it? You can guarantee the day you turn up, they're not working. So, yeah. Right. Now this is what happens when you order plain boiled rice.
I missed it.
And he hasn't changed it.
I missed it. It's rice. I thought it was a towel.
No, it's actually made of plain boiled rice. It just tickled me. I just thought, how inventive. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I usually, like, if I have Chinese and like egg fried rice, I usually have it as a centre bit because then I'll have my saucy bit on one side and then the dry bit on the other.
Yeah.
So I sort of have this dam of rice, and I know even making it into a dam, bits fall down. So the fact that somebody's actually managed to do that is no mean feat. Right, now then, let's see some sexy night lingerie.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Right. You can all mums that had grandfathers making 10 to 12 babies and paying all the bills.
Yeah, most of them didn't have TV, did they?
They didn't
No,
have TV,
yeah.
no, and the lighting at night
Wasn't
wasn't
good either, yeah.
to read,
Yeah.
so...
And it was cold, and it was scared. So.
But yeah, I mean... I don't know, I've seen some fashions like that revamped, and... Cause,
most things are coming back round. It's only a matter of time.
Like, are all out on display now.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes, because they say less is more, I think sometimes more is less. You know, it leaves more to the imagination.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's one of the things I love about Ghost Whisperer, actually, is she'll wear, like, bloomers and that. Things like that, just, they're wicked. But yeah, so there you go. That's your lingerie from to get your old man going. Right, so I've got 2 photos for my flower this week.
Yeah.
And that is really annoying. So, there it is.
It's there.
Right, it's a Hoya Chuarum.
All right.
It's native of Borneo and so far has only been found in the hill forest of Crocker Range in Sabah.
Looks fluffy.
It does. It looks like it reminded
Fur.
me. I don't know why. I think it's the little sacks. It reminded me of Triffids somehow. Triffids. But yeah, and then we've got one of them all grouped together.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean they're quite. You know, I mean I've got so many different flowers and plants and trees in my screenshots on my phone because this was one of the ones that sort of like kept getting pushed to one side, and I thought, nah, I'll have to.
Yeah.
Right, now then, the next one I'm going to say is a picture of something Asda do.
Asda do that?
No, not that. Sorry, I went. No, it isn't. Right, no, that is nothing to do with Asda whatsoever. I just didn't have a write-up. Basically, they're tarantula pillows. So I meant to put a warning up, actually, for those of you that don't like spiders. I've got my doodles mixed round, sorry.
Yeah. If you don't like spiders, too late, they're already there.
I mean, I've seen the big HAMster ones. I wouldn't mind a big HAMster one. But,
got 8 legs. More legs to cuddle you with.
I think I'd find that irritating and hot. And can you imagine getting your hair wrapped around it? The legs at night, I mean, it just wouldn't be good, would it?
No.
Right.
Imagine waking up and setting it on the end of your bed.
Oh, I know. Besides, if the hamsters decide to have a wee on it, that'd be a nightmare to wash. Right, so the next one I have up is a Steampunk Table, and I believe this is upcycled very much so as well. Now,
all right, yeah.
You know those old rope things, like like you used to get like the sewing.
Oh, like the spindle sort of big. Yeah.
I believe it's one of those, and it's just had like old nuts, bolts, and bits and bobs.
Yeah, wrench, all sorts of bits.
Spray painted and
dry brush by the looks of it.
I mean, let's say it is. It's fantastically done.
Yeah.
With things like that, you can make them as flash or as basic as you like. But I didn't think that was a bad example, actually, of using something. Mind you, since those spindly things have been
they're expensive, they are.
Yeah, they are. They are more expensive now because people have tweaked on that they're wanted, you see, for something.
Yeah.
Right, so next we have... Oh, yeah. This is the Crooked House.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. It's in Cwtch, Poland.
All right.
I saw that and I thought my eyes had gone funny.
Yeah.
It says the Crooked House, but it looked more like shops to me.
Yes, it is, yeah, but it's...
I mean...
You've got 2 coffee places there, haven't you?
It's quite unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it would make my head go a bit funny, though.
Possibly, may not when you're actually there.
No, true. Right, so this next picture is actually of 4 small pictures together,
Yeah.
and it's referred to as 80s childhood trauma film pack.
Yeah.
Right, so you.
Not so much of the last two.
Oh, I don't know.
Watership Down. Cross is what they think of making Watership Down a kids' film. Right. that traumatised me. I saw that in the cinema.
You still can't listen to Bright Eyes without.
No, I used to love.
Terrible.
I had the song on single, 7-inch. Bright Eyes. I used to love it. And when I saw the film, and I couldn't listen to it again. It went to tears. And obviously you've got the horse dying in the swamp, a never-ending story, which was a strange sort of twist to have in a kids' film.
Yes, but in the end, Drew and his horse, I can't remember the woman's name, that's going to drive me nuts now.
It came back out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got Nim, haven't you?
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Secrets of Nim.
It's when they're moving the house.
All right.
But the house lands on. I know it's something Mus. Nameless. I don't know. I can't remember. My memory is falling anyway.
The other one's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They're gonna put the shoe in the dip.
Yeah.
That's
right. But yeah, I mean, it was just I saw that and I thought, do you know what? I wonder how many of you actually recognise all of them. Because, let's say, I did. Usually, on average, if there's a picture of 4, I can usually tell you what 3 are, what 3 of them are.
Yeah, I can only say 3. I couldn't say because it's quite small. It could have been a rescuers, for all I know.
Yeah, no, I recognised it instantly. I was absolutely obsessed by the Secrets of Nim.
Yeah.
Right. I apologise for the umming, but it's stop. Here we are.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this is a product that HAMster is selling.
You sure?
Yeah. Right.
Plant-based mashed potato.
Yeah. Right, so
what do you normally put in your potatoes?
It tickled me, and it's got a write-up bit, sort of thing. Every year, billions of innocent potatoes are ripped from their families and brutally murdered. But no more. Scientists at HAMster revealed today they've created mashed potato made entirely from plants. I mean, obviously they're taking the mick.
Yeah.
But it is. Have we got that? Is it that we're that sad as a
plant-based mashed potato?
As a community that we don't understand that potatoes are actually plants.
Yeah, because it can't just be that it hasn't got it's vegan friendly sort of, but that it hasn't got butter in it or bits because it's based. It doesn't say that it's got any bit in it at all, so it's only based there.
I mean, admittedly, I think Smash was mostly. Was it freeze dried or was it just shown a potato?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's one of those
things. For
things.
mash gets smashed.
Everybody loved the advert, didn't they?
Yeah.
But nobody really.
No, we didn't eat it. No.
Many people liked the actual mash. It wasn't.
Don't know. I've never tried it. I didn't.
No. I do. It's tasty plasticky.
Yeah, because we had double mashed potato. We had normal mashed potato. It's like.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I saw that, and you sort of take a double take sort of thing. Right, so next one.
Yeah.
Is a picture of Coke bottles from different glass Coke bottles from 1899.
Yeah.
To 1986.
Yeah.
Now the bits.
The 1899 one looks flash.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm presuming you had to break the top off.
I know.
Because it didn't look like it was like a glass ball thing. I don't know. But the thing that amazed me most of all in all of that, I mean, apart from the fact that it's
you had cocaine in it then as well.
Yeah. The thing that got me the most was, does that mean we haven't had any new glass bottles created since 1986?
haven't changed them very probably.
That's what I mean.
They don't use glass bottles a lot. It's in pubs.
No.
Pubs mostly use them.
It's one of those things, isn't it? If you given a bottle of a glass bottle of Coke, which, to be honest, never seems to hold a lot. You seem to go through that quicker. But it sort of takes you back to childhood.
Yeah, because I remember the ones was 1957. That obviously wasn't from 1957. I remember them because it was when I was a kid growing up. Used to get the ones with it written on the side, painted on the side.
Quite often we'd have, if we went to Bristol, we stayed with relatives, like my mum and dad, and me and my brother, and sometimes my granddad and nan would come on my dad's side.
Yeah.
We'd spend a good portion of time in pub car parks, and they'd bring us out a glass bottle of Coke, and it was a real treat because in those days, I think mostly you got the like cheap supermarket ones and things like that, or the Happy Shopper cans and things like that. So it always seemed quite posh to us. I mean, you guys probably noticed I drink Diet Coke a lot. Now, it has to be proper Coca-Cola and it has to be in a can. Bottle of Coke just doesn't taste the same for me. Although glass bottle Coke is fine, but it does taste different. It's less tinny. I don't know how to explain it. Right. Now, you know that we are absolutely useless when it comes to things like TikTok and bits like that. Well, here is the original TikTok from the 1980s.
Hey! Returned to us.
It is returned to us. I absolutely loved him.
With Frizora Bulk. Who was in The Worst Witch.
Yeah.
And she was Nancy in The Craft. And the Craft Legacy. She made a brief appearance in it. The psychiatric hospital.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I mean, I loved the film. I know it didn't hit off particularly well, and some parts of it were downright creepy.
Those things with the long arms and the wheels on the end.
Oh, wheelers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It was the noise they made as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that Princess Mundi sort of beheaded all these statues, and she had all these spare heads. It was most peculiar. I mean, but I loved TikTok. I absolutely adored TikTok, and I found it fascinating that there was a lunch pail tree.
Yeah.
And I love Jack as well. He was a jack-o'-lantern with.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's a good film. I mean, in fact, I quite often, if I've got something green, I think I did it quite recently actually on one of the videos where I touched it and went Oz, because
that was which casket from last month. We got the green potion bottle.
No, it wasn't a potion bottle. It was
a green potion bottle.
It was a green stone. As I said, I tend to do it quite a lot. It's just one of those things that sort of sticks with you.
Yeah.
Right. This next picture's a bit random.
Not the rest aren't. What is he? Is he not going to go on fire, or is he?
A firefighter from Germany can be seen trying out a firefighting helmet prototype from the 1900s. Well, the way it's for heaven's sake, my teeth. Although it's uncertain if these helmets were actually used, we haven't seen anything resembling them in modern fire stations.
No.
Thing is it just me, or does he look like a walking sprinkler?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, sure, that's going to take all the pressure out from the water at the end as well.
This is it. And I mean, how well can you see through it? It's not surprising that it hasn't been seen. How
well would you boil?
True, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, he just looked like a walking sprinkler to me, so I thought it was quite funny. Now, I know we've had our fashion section, guys, but I had to put these cat fashions on. So, we've got Surplus. Pika
Meow, not Pikachu.
King Louie from Jungle Book. And Princess Leia. And yes,
Dragon fruit.
They are dragon fruit, yeah.
I look at the face of the one behind.
Oh, it's like, you are not dressing
What the hell is that
in
you've got on?
But the thing is with cats, they won't actually put up with it if they don't want to.
Oh no.
I mean, Bina, she'd get into the doll's pram, and if she wanted to be wheeled around the garden quite merrily, she'd put up with being put in a white sort of nightcap.
Yeah.
Really. She couldn't care less as long as she was getting walked around the garden.
Yeah.
Right, so next we're on to a bit of a sad one, but I wanted to put it in because I hadn't been aware of this. If you've read the Harry Potter books or seen the film, it's first one where Slughorn's in it.
Yeah.
He had a guest to his slug club called Marcus Delby. His uncle created
some sort of potion.
Yeah, it was X amount of uses of dragon's blood and bits like that.
Yeah.
And he
said,
sort of dismissed him afterwards when he found out that his father and
didn't
his
get on.
uncle didn't get on. And yeah,
he says Dad says the only potion that's worth having is a stiff one at the end of the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I've got him on there is because Robert Knox, who played Marcus Belby in The Half-Blood Prince, would have been 33 today. This was a couple of days ago.
21st.
21st, there you go. He was stabbed to death in May 2008 while defending his little brother.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few days after filming was wrapped, he had also been signed to praise his reprised role in the Deathly Hallows. The cast and crew wore white wristbands in tribute to his memory at the premiere of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince in 2009.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it is such a shame. A young man, whole life ahead of him.
Yeah.
But he died protecting his brother.
Yeah.
So I just thought, do you know what? It's something that's just worth mentioning because, I mean, a lot of us do different bits throughout life, and he had a very short life.
Yeah.
But, I'd be intensely proud of him if I was his parents. So,
yeah.
So I know it drags things down with bits like that, but I don't know. I don't feel right if I see something. I don't feel right if I don't mention about it. Right, now then.
Yep.
Going on to our next, we have got the orchid mantis on a blue flower.
Isn't he pretty?
I just thought after something so sad, it'd be nice to go to something that was incredibly unusual and beautiful.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's stunning. Right, this is probably one of my favourite ideas I've seen come up. They're pencils. You might think, why is she impressed by pencils? Well, if you notice the names on them, like coriander, forget-me-not, I'm trying to read them.
Cherry tomato, sunflower, basil,
rosemary, sage,
mint.
So there's all different ones, and basically, when a pencil gets too short to use, you just stick it in the ground and it grows that plant or that herb. Or that vegetable, or fruit in case of tomatoes, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just thought, do you know what? That is such a good idea.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it saves just, chucking them away or what have you. Mind you, the only thing is, if you're one of these people that chews on the end of them, I'm not entirely sure how well that would work then. But I still thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, our tree of the week is a yucca.
Cool, do it now.
And it's Yucca rigida,
It's
which
yucca-tastic.
is also known as the blue yucca.
Alright.
Don't quite know. Well, I suppose it's sort of blue, isn't it? In bits. Or it could just be that I'm seeing that from here.
Yeah.
Now then. This. Oh, excuse me. Right, this I loved. So if you go on to the next picture. Best gun ever!
I've seen that for sale.
Have you really?
Yes, it was on the prop store years ago.
And so, in case any of you guys are wondering,
Prop store's a place they sell different props from different films several times throughout the year. They'll do online auctions.
It's the cartoon gun
From Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. And it's just
bullets.
so cool.
The Mexican bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're just so cool. It's so, I mean, I just think it was just so cute. It's such a nice set.
Yeah.
And I just loved that. I really did.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering as well, that is where the shoe was being dipped into a thing called the dip. It wasn't very original, was it?
No, that's right.
In actual fact, the grosser bit was the steamroller bit. That was more disturbing.
Well, his eyes popped out.
Yeah. Right. Now, I found on Facebook this week. Excuse me. A Canadian sculptor. And he does dragons and eagles. Now, he didn't have any pictures of the eagles, but they'd taken a picture. I think it's the same dragon, it's just taken at different angles, and there's one that's close up. So, there's 3 pictures for you to look at. So, if you go on to the second picture.
Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, I'd be worried about it starting a fire.
Yeah, so it's going to reflect quite badly, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, what an amazing thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, people. It's because it's warm. We apologise as well from the noise from the fan, but there's not a lot we can do about that, I'm afraid.
No idea how well the noise is picking up from the fan, because...
Yeah, so we apologise if it's too much, but honestly, it gets so hot.
Yeah.
Right, going on the whole upcycling again. I found some chickens this week. They're tired chickens. I mean, I love the ideas that people come up with. I mean, humans can be truly amazing when it comes to coming up with ideas and craft projects and all different things. Oh, excuse me, so sorry. Right. It's alright, I've only got a couple, well, I've only got one more now in my bit, and then we're on to Darren's.
Right.
Right, so we've got our cake of the week this week.
KFC.
I just saw that and it really tickled me. I mean, it's flipping brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why Tesco's have stopped selling their KFC crisps? It's not the hot ones I like, it's the normal ones. They're absolutely gorgeous and you can't get them.
Don't know.
Right. Also, on a pretty unusual bits with Tesco's, why do they have? Because like when you get an online delivery, you get your fridge section, your freezer section, and then your cupboard. Why are cucumbers always found in the cupboard? I really don't know. If you do know, please write in and tell me. Right. Right, so now we're on to Darren's bits.
Yep.
What you got for us, Tom?
What have we got for you? Right. I can't remember, so I'm going to have a look when I get with each picture.
Garden facts is the first one, I know that.
Yep, garden facts. Remember, when you bury a body, cover it with endangered plants so it's illegal to dig it up. Follow me for more gardening tips. The other one was, if you dig a hole 12 foot deep, put a body in it, fill it up 6 foot, then put a dead animal 6 foot there, then fill it up. The dogs will find the body, they'll bury down, find the animal. I think that's what the dog found.
It worries me sometimes, it really does.
What else we got on here? Yeah. Oh yes, it's a bit of maths.
I didn't understand this
of how maths
the first
worked.
time.
If everyone in the world competed 1-on-1 with each other in a tiered tournament,
What he
like they
means
went,
by that,
it's like 1-on-1, and they go down to the next
yeah, I still don't.
the next category. So you have two winners there, with one there, and they go through to the next bit.
Right, Hufflepuff against Gryffindor. Gryffindor win that.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw against Slytherin. Slytherin win.
Yeah. So
then
that goes
it goes
to
to Gryffindor against Slytherin.
Yeah.
And then you get the winner.
Yeah. Well, if you did that with everyone in the world, you would only have to win 33 times to win out of the whole thing.
That's amazing, really.
Yeah. It says about it more on there. It says like, because 33 round elimination bracket would have 2 to the power of 33 participants, which is about 8.5 billion. So it's possible, since the world population is just under 8 billion, that the winner would be someone who had a first round bye and only had to win 32 times. You think about the amount of people in it,
it's not realistic in some ways, though, is it?
It just came amazing to me.
Well, yeah, but then how many people would you have to have in a room competing for the first one?
Yeah, it works. You wouldn't actually do it then. You wouldn't have to have everyone in the same room, would you? You could do it across the world.
If it's tennis, you think.
Yeah. Are you going to have everyone in the entire world in one room? How big is this room going to be?
I don't know. But yeah, when he first said to me about it, it was just before we were going to bed, and honestly, my brain just won't function. He over confuses things because Darren's brain works a lot differently to most people's, and it becomes quite confusing.
It works.
Hence me explaining with the old Gryffindor and Slytherin bit.
Right. What else we got then?
I don't know.
Oh yes.
How many Earths can you fit in a sun?
Yes. If you look at the it's got very, very small blue bits inside. This is a model of how many Earths can fit inside the sun. That is. Which is quite amazing. Really, the scale of it.
It's a shame it doesn't actually tell you, isn't it? It shows you the picture, but it's almost like they, either that or the number was that long, they just couldn't get it all on there.
Yeah.
But it's amazing when you consider size-wise.
This one here, it's 1 night cough syrup. There's 15 doses in it.
Oh, yeah.
This was in the 1800s. This was. I'll skip through that one. I'll say about it. 1 night cough syrup was sold in the late 1800s. It contained alcohol, cannabis, chloroform, and morphine. If you look at the bit, it's got alcohol, cannabis, chloroform, morphia.
I bet that did knock you out. You would have a good night.
The mixture was available over the counter and promised to eliminate your cough in 1 night so you could sleep The combination of ingredients, it's hardly one of the people lost consciousness so fast. This is true. I mean, even that didn't knock you out, nothing would.
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to wake up in the morning? You'd feel like hell.
Oh yes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
this one,
Darren found
we didn't
his
have a
own
bat one.
fashion bit,
We didn't have a bat one, but it's the count from Sesame Street. I saw that on it, and yes, we get the dad joke bits as well. It's the vinyl countdown.
One. I love the character from Sesame Street. He's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
My granddad loved Sesame Street. He was obsessed with Big Bird.
Yeah. So I saw one before, and I said, who's the best, greatest vampire in fiction? And I said, the Count from Sesame Street. I said, yeah, but he doesn't count. I'm assure you he does.
He don't sparkle either.
No, that's right,
and
yeah.
I love Twilight, but honestly, sparkling vampires. Right.
And we're back over here now.
Right, so let us know what you thought of how we did that.
I've got ideas of how we could possibly integrate the whole thing like it. So, we'd have...
But then it depends, because obviously we don't know how it's going to go with editing and whatnot now.
No.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a trial and error thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so fan news. So, what newbies have we got, peoples?
Right, we have got new commentators. New commenters, even. Commentators. La-da-da. Right. She's not new, but it's been a while since she's been on. It's Blue Rain Walker.
Oh, that's pretty.
Sam Sargent. Again,
Hello, Sam.
She's been in there.
Hello, Blue Rain.
Hello, Blue Rain Walker.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam. Simone Rochelle.
Ooh.
Hello, Simone.
Hello, Simone.
Elisa.
Hello, Elisa.
Elisa Remeniak. Remeniak.
Ooh. Tell you what, you people have got some good names on here.
Yeah. Hello, Elisa.
Hello, Elisa.
Twitchy Witch.
Hello, Twitchy Witch.
Hello, Twitchy.
That is brilliant.
And Jem Boutique.
Hi, Jem. Oh, we love Jem. We likes her stuff and we likes her thing, and I quite often nick stuff off of her site that she said about, because they don't always make it onto the thing, because I have a habit of thinking I've done something and then not doing it, whereas I had to cross out a segment that we had on here, or a bit we had on here.
I'd
already done that about 3 weeks ago, and yeah. But the thing is, if I still think it's good after 3 weeks of reading it, you know, you're not doing bad, are you, really? But yeah.
Right, we have got fan news now, is it?
Have we got yes, fan news. Yes, it is fan news. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Started off with a pink poodle.
Hello, pink poodle.
It's a daughter Jessie. She's getting married on Saturday.
So congratulations for Saturday. I hope the weather and everything goes to plan.
To her wife-to-be, Billy. They're getting married.
I know.
Billy's got a beautiful dress, apparently, and Jessie's in a tailored suit.
Sounds really nice.
And
Lily's going to be flower girl, isn't she?
Yes, Lily's going to be flower girl, or bridesmaid as well.
We love Lily. She's a watcher as well. Bless her. She watches with her nan.
Pink Poodle's been drying rose petals from her late mum's rose bush.
Oh, so it's like having her
so
there,
she's going to be
it?
yes, she's going to be going throwing them at the wedding, so something of a mum can take part in the ceremony.
See, things like that, I really get that. I mean, we got married on what would have been my nan's birthday. I mean, she'd died years before, but I wanted something to have for her, so I really get that.
And Jessie will be wearing Pink Poodle's mum's or Nan's bracelet
Well, that's nice.
as well. So
I had my Nan's sparkly.
you did, yes. You had a Parkley, didn't you?
If you've seen
Yes.
The Secrets of Nim and they go on about this
It's a
Parkley,
Parkley.
that's what mine looks like. I can't show it to you because it's shot down the back of the blooming dresser.
While I'm on this side as well, we've got a bit from Leanne. Leanne Miller. She's
We've
back.
been really worried about you.
Yeah.
Don't you do that to us again.
Apparently she's found a social life with a new Zumba family after moving.
What a disgrace.
And she had spent so much time on the social life and decorating.
Yeah.
And she's now managed to work it all out, and she's back with us now.
Oh, and is she? Yeah. We've been loving getting your messages again, Leanne. We really
Yeah,
have.
did she go for it? Yeah. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. She was still watching it at one point.
But we were gonna give
Send
it
her to the
until
party.
next week and then try contacting her because we were genuinely concerned.
See, we love you all. We're thinking about you all.
It's when
We've got-
something happens out of character, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
sort of,
We've got Journey into the Realm.
hey, Jenny.
She said about she's watched CSI Vegas up to date now.
Oh, I haven't.
She's not giving up on Grissom yet, but apparently season 2's got Catherine in it, but not Gil or Sarah. So she's not sure if she's gonna bother.
I said to Darren,
I can't be bothered. I said to Debbie she can watch the rest of it if she
I
wants.
watched the second episode.
I can't
It's
get into
almost
liking
like
the characters. I don't care about the characters.
Well, the
This is the
biggest-
problem.
The biggest thing is, it's almost like Gil and Catherine have run out of energy, bless them.
Oh, Gil he's going through the motions.
He sort of looks bored, doesn't he?
He looks and sounds like he's reading the words from a script.
And we know
he's like,
I would say we know he's a good actor.
yeah, but he looks like he's just taking the paycheck. To be honest.
No, I just don't think that it's. How can you go from being main characters in such an iconic TV program,
Yeah.
going into sort of like into it as like a side thought almost?
Yeah.
And I just sort of thought, I'm sure they'll help Hodges out in the end, and it'll all be lovely. But I just couldn't. I couldn't
And,
put away that time.
Yeah. Heads of House of Dragon started this week.
You have not watched
We haven't watched it yet. We're waiting to hopefully get all of them on there, so we can watch them all through. We may not be able to. We may have to watch it after a few weeks because places start doing this now that you can only watch a certain amount of them because people will just buy in at the last one and then watch a lot, which I can understand. They don't want to do that.
But I mean, the biggest problem I have is that my memory is that bad. If I go from, like, I could never go from having one episode a week. It just it doesn't stay with me enough, especially if there's a lot going on.
And in
So I'm
a
looking
week's
forward to
time,
seeing it. But the one I'm really looking forward to is
a week's
with
time.
Jon
Week's
Snow.
time today is the new Lord of the Rings one.
I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen
Because
one
I
from
thought
it.
I thought it was
Yes, I've seen one.
because that's the way it looked because it was it said September the 2nd at 2 a.m. over here, but it looked like September the 22nd, which you may or may not know is my birthday. It's also the first day of autumn, a mad one. But more importantly, with that, it's also Hobbit Day as well. Because Hobbit Day is the 22nd of September, which is when both Frodo and Bilbo were born. The birds.
Were they twins?
No,
Oh, so you.
Bilbo was a lot older.
Oh, right, fair enough. Like I said, I don't.
What else have I got? Yeah, Journey into the Realm was also saying about one of your medical ones
Oh,
for
yeah.
burns. She was
the
saying like
slug
she had,
one.
yeah, it'd be 4 weeks now. She had 2nd-degree burns, and but she never thought of using one of her snails.
Well, no. Poor old Brian, he gets used to everything.
That's right, yeah. And we've got Angela. She's loving the weird and wonderful bits and medical oddities.
I love my medical bits. It's like I'm just sending off the pictures of the latest 3 to my mum.
Yeah, and Blue Rain Walker, who said I got back in contact. Apparently she's been going through hell at the moment, so I send her all love, blessings,
yes,
of happiness.
It's absolutely
light and everything.
Blooming awful. When you feel like that, it is horrendous.
Yeah.
So we really are
like watching us made her feel a bit
things.
happy, so that's always good. If we can lighten your day a little bit, that's always good, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the whole purpose of me getting involved, apart from the fact that I had to socialise because I'd lost that ability entirely, which I think you do as well when you're stuck in pretty much all the time. Your immediate circle. I mean, especially because we haven't got an awful lot of room in the flat, namely because we keep buying bits. We'd never be minimalist, put it that way. But so there's not, and plus with the pandemic and everything, I had to be so careful for such a long time, like a lot of people did. But you sort of like got used to it in a way. But the whole point was, to make sure that people knew that they weren't alone. Because I had to believe there were other people like me in our situation, and there very much is, and it makes me feel less lonely knowing that. It's a horrible thing, but yeah, no, honestly, best blessings to you, because it's not nice.
No, we're thinking about you.
Yes.
So we love everyone.
Yes.
Not Jess, no.
Who are you talking to
No,
now?
no. I say, as we said about Leanne, even Jess, I know where Jess came from.
No,
we said from Leanne.
He keeps because I have this thing where every now and again I get Angela and Leanne mixed up. And it's not that I don't know who I'm talking about. I know who I'm talking about when I'm talking, but it's just the names I get thrown around. What was it? I had one with Heidi and Hayley. I kept getting them confused
that's right,
as well. But at least they start with the same letter. I mean, you know.
And the only bit we've got now is was a question.
Yours.
It's from Alyssa, and it was on. I believe it was Witch Bogs. Was they said about familiars?
Oh yeah.
And he said, "Can a pet double as a familiar?"
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Totally.
Say, so with Tobina, my cat, when I was growing up, she was very much. We were very in tune. In fact, when her arthritis got bad, I'd walk around the house with her, and she'd bat moths. Otherwise, she couldn't catch them, and it would upset her. So you sort of have a sense of knowing. I had the same thing with Eva. I've had it with a few other hamsters, but Mishka and I are very in tune. Right. But she is very clingy. Well, mind you, at least she's not as clingy as Eva was. I mean, Eva used to sleep in front of me in a slipper. Yeah. In one of my old.
If you go back to the ones over a year ago, you'll see. She was very often on the side
down
with a slipper.
With a slipper in front of me, or when she was having nightmares, you wouldn't be able to hear her squeaking and complaining in her sleep. All you'd see is me sitting there rocking a slipper. And I mean, I am well aware of how nutty it looks, but no, they absolutely can be. It's not even a generalisation, I don't think, personally. I think that, you know, certain animals, certain familiars you do have a sort of affinity with. You almost know what they're thinking, you get their little quirks and things like that. I mean, Mishka's got into this thing lately, whereas I'll wake her up in the morning, she'll cuddle up to my fingers, she sort of licks and sucks at them, and then she puts bedding round them. Now, the only time I get bitten with her is if I try to pull my hand around before she's tucked in my fingers. She doesn't like that, she tries to pull it back. So it's not actually aggressive, it's just she tries to keep them in bed with her. And I'm not being funny, but standing up for any length of time is quite painful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she doesn't see it that way though. And lately, because wake her up like that, and then she comes out and she'll go either into a carper train or straight onto my hand.
Yeah.
And she'll go in the bedroom and play on the bed with us for quite a while, usually in the mornings. However, the last couple of times, she gets grumpy with me if I don't wait for her, because she now insists on putting food in one of her pouches. So she's got a snack. Now I'm not being funny, but if anybody has any doubt over whether hamsters talk to each other, it's something Pan started.
Yeah.
And he does. He takes his picnic with him. He'll toodle round, and he finds somewhere nice to sit. Sits there, has a bit of his picnic, walks around some more. I mean, honestly, it's an absolute joke. But they're happy, and it doesn't do them any harm. So you know, why not?
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, she gets she can be moody at certain times of the month as well, and she hates heat. She absolutely hates being hot. But no, so definitely, well and truly, pets can be your familiars. Anything else?
That's it. It's all done.
Well, guys, you've been doing really well, and what's more, I'm just going to do an update of, well, not an update, but an explanation on the prize bit again. So we're doing a prize with a big box of goodies.
Yep.
And we're trying to reach 500 people, so we want you guys to like, share, follow, subscribe, ring the little bell, whatever.
Yeah.
And if we get up to 500
by the 5th of November.
By the 5th of November, because that was the date when Darren was due to be born. He was very premature. Your mum was as well, actually. She was due on the 5th of November as well. Yeah. But no, Darren absolutely loves when we get new people and bits like that. I do as well, but he gets so disheartened if people drop off and things like that. And you know, I like to see him happy. He does everything for me. He's my carer, and he does everything without complaining. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm surprised he hasn't taken me back for a refund. But no, so anyway, that's what I'm trying to get done for his birthday. And by thanking you guys, we've got like a big box of prize stuff. Now, if we don't reach 500, there'll still be a prize, but it won't be as big.
Yeah.
There won't be as much stuff.
No.
Now, how you win the prize is quite simple, as I said, about sharing, liking, so on.
Yeah.
And now, for every comment on every video we post from now till the 5th of November.
Yeah. They could be old ones. You go through all 300 and some odd videos we got if you really want to, and comment on all of them.
So for every comment on every video we've got, you get a point. You get a name in the hat. So if you think of like Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, Hunger Games, where they sort of like they might barter for food, but they'll get their name chucked in. Well, we're not going to expect you to go out and fight and one of you survive, and that's it. What we're saying is that the more
Tempting.
points mean more likely. The more points you get, the more likely you are to win the draw. In effect. So on a Friday, it's slightly different from the rest of the videos because you've got the option on each half being a point each, or if it is just one short one, which to be honest doesn't happen with us, you'd still get 2 points for commenting, basically. So you've got to comment on each video. And right, you get a point for having a go at the Sherlock. You get a point for having a go at
Riddle.
You get a point for having a go at the caption. Be impressed.
I was.
And so you've got a chance of 5 points. And if you send a video via Instagram of something that's personal to you, something you want us to share under the weird and wonderful bit, you get an extra point for that as well. So, you know, I know we still haven't done the tarantula one that was sent in, but the biggest problem is we keep forgetting until afterwards when I get to this point and think, I haven't done that yet. But
we have updated the bit at the back, which is for Bat Night on the 27th of August.
It's actually International Bat Night. But I didn't want to be perfectly honest, I thought if I put international down, I'm not going to have enough room for anything else. So, yeah. But no, so as you know, we're bats about bats, so flying hamsters.
Yeah.
You right, mate? You're boozing.
Yeah.
Right. So, as I said, you know, points mean prizes. So have a go. It's so worth it, honestly. It's going to be an impressive box of goodies, and once it's confirmed that you guys, that whoever the winner is, has received the item, we will put a video out showing what went into it.
Yeah.
So, because I know how annoying it is when you don't know, but we prefer to surprise you. You know, I mean, it might be that you're into something in particular that we are happy to let go. Or, you know, so it's always worth asking. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Let us know. It's open to worldwide. And be different, and may the odds be ever in your favour.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.